Fun Fat Farts video, and this time it's not only American propaganda. Aldi is German. Guess what? I'm German. We have Aldis here everywhere. How do Americans pronounce Aldi? Do they say Aldi? How do they say it? Proof? Wikipedia. I don't fucking know. Shut up. Shut up, man. I hate you. Why do you have to question me in chat? Why do you undermine my authority?
Yours?
This fucking guy ruining my intro. Cut all of this fucking garbage out. My god, I'm gonna lose it. Cut this out. Either way, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's watch.
Alright, unhinged case studies, grocery store edition.
Hell yeah!
Today we're talking about my favorite grocery store. Ladies and gentlemen, Aldi. I'm probably going to refer to it as Aldi's at least 50 times during this video because I'm from Iowa and that's what we call it here.
Aldi.
Anyways, first a disclaimer.
Today
we're talking about my... Alright, unhinged case studies, grocery store edition. Today we're talking about my favorite grocery store. Ladies and gentlemen, Aldi. I'm probably going to...
Aldi. I'm gonna have an aneurysm listening to that because my pure German ears. My poor German ears, yeah. I can't even pull off a German accent, I suck ass.
Refer to it as Aldi's at least 50 times during this video because I'm from Iowa and that's what we call it here. Anyways, first a disclaimer and an ad. I'm not affiliated with Aldi in any way, shape, or form. They have not paid me to say anything I am about to say. I am, however, affiliated with today's sponsor, my favorite sporting goods store, Shields.
I wonder what he's gonna talk about Aldi. I swear I'm gonna start pronouncing it Aldi just because of him in front of my face. Other way, do you wanna... I am curious. Because we have Aldi Nord and Aldi Süd. Meaning Aldi North and Aldi South. Which is... I don't know. Like, from what I remember, okay, it's been forever since I looked into this. The two owners, they were brothers and they just kind of split because they hated each other or something, okay? I don't actually know. So I do wonder if he goes in about that, because he's American and he's talking about the American Aldi branch, right? So, let's just watch.
They're legitimately the best sporting goods store that I have ever been to in person. They have
Spoiler, he talks about... Why did you spoil me? Mods ban that guy.
over 30 retail locations all across the United States, but if you can't make it to one, they have an even better online store with price matching and satisfaction guaranteed. I'm gonna have that link down below. Let's get back to the video. Aldi is a grocery store that does things completely different than any other grocery store that I've ever been to.
Now, we have Lidl and we have Aldi. God fucking damn it, I pronounce it that way. We have Lidl and Aldi, right? We also have Edeka. Lidl, I believe, is also in America now. But Lidl is better than Aldi. It just is. Lidl is just better. Lidl is just the better. And the Balkans have Hofer. Hofer is also... Like, Hofer also exists here. But we don't call it Hofer anymore. Isn't Hofer just Aldi? Rewe, Kaufland, Netto. Yeah. We also have Rewe, Kaufland, Netto. Okay. I'm about to pull up a fucking tier list. Like, top of the top, Lidl. Okay? Edeka is A tier because it's more expensive than Lidl. Okay? But it has a lot of variety. Aldi is B tier because it's just worse than Lidl. Rewe is B tier. Rewe is okay. What else? Netto? Netto is also B tier. Netto is also worse than the other ones. What else? Lidl is C tier here? Oof, yeah. Yeah, I heard Lidl in other countries isn't that good. What else? Penny? I don't even know how to rank Penny. I don't often go to Pennies. What else? The M-Mart? Oh, that's a completely different category, okay? Those are drogerie items, okay? How do you say that in English? Drogerie. What's drogerie in English? Oh, yeah, it's a drugstore. It's not the same. It's just not the same. Rossmann is also a drugstore, but I would say Rossmann is better than DM. That's just like personally. I don't actually have any proof for that one, okay? A pharmacy, not a pharmacy. No, not a pharmacy. It's like you go in there and you can buy like what can you buy at DM and Rossmann? You can buy a lot of hygiene stuff. Like you can buy shower gel. You can buy contact lenses, you can buy baby stuff like diapers, You can print photos there. Shaving shit, yeah. Toothpastes, toothbrush, like that kind of stuff, right? Makeup, yeah. They also have snacks. They do sell snacks because you gotta sell snacks because if you go there with your child and your child sees snacks, then your child's gonna beg for snacks and then they make more money because now you just gave in to buying your child some snacks. Easy. Bam. Capitalism. Snacks? No, snacks.
And that is probably
Either
because
way.
they were founded in Germany in 1946. If you don't
That
know,
is!
World War II ended in 1945, and living in Germany right after World War II was straight up not a good time. A ton of Germany's cities and infrastructure
Yo! Brandenburger
been reduced to rubble during World War II, and the entire country was going through a humongous economic depression to the point that people were doing the whole stereotypical wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread thing. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that the founders of Aldi, Karl and Theo Albrecht, are playing entrepreneur on hardcore mode. And obviously they did a good job at it because Aldi is a humongous chain.
When did Aldi go to America? You're probably gonna talk about that.
Today. So, how on earth did these two brothers launch a successful chain of grocery stores in Germany in 1946? They kept it simple. They were goal-oriented. They wanted to make money, and they knew that not everybody had a
What came first, Aldi or Lidl? Probably Aldi, is my guess. Aldi is more old school. I feel.
lot of money to spare, so they needed to sell everything cheap. In order to do that, they said, we're not going to have 50 different flavors from 12 different companies of every type of product. We're just going to have one.
They're making their own shit.
Instead of having 15 different types of peanut butter, we just have one type of peanut butter. And that's how they got their products to be cheap, by focusing their buying power. Now, that's the simple part, but where the true genius comes out is that they realized that they weren't going to make a lot of money per customer, so they had to maximize the amount of customers that they had. In order for that to happen, they realized that they needed customers to get in, get their shit, and get out so that more customers could come in. So they German engineered this entire grocery store to streamline the entire shopping experience to make it as fast as humanly possible. And oh boy did that work, because in the first 10 years they went from one grocery store to 300 grocery stores.
I guess Aldi was the blueprint for all like the modern stores here in Germany. Like, what is it? Lidl, Penny, Netto, even Edeka. I guess they were the blueprint, the real OG, the true Giga Chat. Maybe I'm cutting, like, no, sorry. Maybe I'm giving Aldi too much slack. I'm okay with Aldi, okay? I don't know, it's just always so out of my way.
Then the two brothers,
like
Karl and Theo, got in a huge fight because one of the brothers wanted to have cigarettes in the grocery store and the other brother adamantly was opposed to it. So they decided that they were going to split their massive business completely in half. They were going to have Aldi's North and Aldi's South.
There it is.
They literally just drew a line across Germany, said all these grocery stores are mine, all the ones down there are yours. Yeah, capitalism and communism are split in Germany east to west. Aldi's is splitting it north to south. But here's the thing, the brothers didn't have a falling out. They still worked together and they still wanted the other brother to succeed. So they were constantly sharing information with one another and they would come together.
I didn't know that. I thought they did have a fight. Misinformation.
To make offers with manufacturers when they were buying so that they could utilize their buying power together. So you have Aldi's North and Aldi's South, basically the same thing. The only real difference is one sells cigarettes and they have a slightly different logo. Now, in America, due to trademark law, you can't have two grocery stores with the same exact name and a slightly different logo. So in America, we have Aldi and then we have Trader Joe's. But really, it's all just Aldi.
Oh, okay. Trader Joe's it's just
Aldi, and they kept to the principles of cheap and fast until modern day, which is something that no other grocery store in America has managed to do. Not only have they not managed to do it, they intentionally do the opposite. Pretty much every other grocery store on the planet has figured out that time equals money, and the more time you spend in their store is the more money they can get out of you. Okay, I know that you've been in one of these gigantic grocery stores, but I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you anyways, okay? You walk through the door, congratulations, you've just entered capitalism's obesity thunderdome, because everything in this room is pretty much designed to hurt you, more or less. The first thing you're gonna...
That's grocery stores, generally. To be fair, I'm talking about, like, Europe, right? Like, from my experience. Like, at the start, or, like, close to the start, you will have the bakery stuff. And they will always have, like, fresh bakeries, so you smell it, so you buy it. There's also, like, the fresh stuff at the start, like the, what is it? Fruits and veggies. always at the start, and at the end, towards the end, is always the snackies, because as I already explained, snackies at the end, so you buy more at the end, so because your child is complaining about it. Simple.
Gonna notice is that you're there for milk. Well, congratulations. The milk is all the way across the store in the far back corner, and they stuck it there.
I want to look at this layout. Go back. Move my head out of the way. So what we got the entrance. Here's the produce. Produce means like veggies and fruits, right? Coffee and flour. No, coffee is like further in for us. Seafood, cheese, meat. Yeah, that makes sense. Dairy, bakery. No, the bakery is so far away here.
With this schizo.
Bro, they did not German engineer this one. Bro, I swear they changed that over there in America. Bakery's always at the entrance. And it's fucking engineered to hurt you directly. To hurt your wallet specifically. Also, send me. Thank you. Thank you for the 6 months.
And they stuck it there on purpose because they know you need it, and now you have to walk past every fucking aisle in the store to get to it. And pretty much every single aisle there is full of products where they have hired a psychologist to design boxes.
Yeah, that's true. Ambushed by products, picking pricier items, luxury and budget items placed together to make yourself reward yourself. What? You know, the one I know about is that on eye height, like in your direct peripheral vision, at the stores will be the most expensive items. And then at the very bottom, right? Like at the very bottom is the cheap stuff. That's how they get you. That's how you fucking get you, man. Oh, is it written on here? Shops put what they want you to buy at eye level with bargains on the bottom shelf. What? No, not here. Top sellers in the middle of aisle. This forces you to walk past and be tempted. Yeah, there it is. That's the one. That's the one. Damn corpus, yeah. It is actually just like thought out. Supermarkets are pure capitalism. Every single time. They just are.
With pretty colors to trigger your lizard brain to being like, oh my god, I have to have it. They're trying to get you to buy as much shit as humanly possible on your way to get milk, bread, and eggs. And I know what you're thinking. All those fancy marketing tactics don't work on me. Maybe, but hear me out. Next time you're in there, just do some people watching. You're gonna notice that a portion of the population, their brain can't handle going to a modern grocery store. They turn into zombies.
Yeah,
they're pushing their
I'm at fault at this too. The smartest thing, right, which I don't often do. Well, nowadays more, right? But I don't really go to the store anymore. Either way, the smartest thing to do, you write down what you need. And you focus on what you need. And you don't get yourself distracted. You just write it down and you go directly to what you need. Write down your grocery store list. Write down your groceries. That's the smartest thing you can do. Or just order online, but that's more expensive.
Cart veering side to side. They can't even keep it straight as their head's turning to look at all the different pretty colors. There's people straight up just standing still at a wall of cereal like...
That's me, for real.
As their brain desperately tries to calculate and process all this information regarding what type of Cheerios they need. There's people standing there with 2 different types of ranch in each hand, probably made from the same exact factory with the same exact ingredients, but they have different labels on them from different companies, and they don't know which one is going to be better for them. It's like the island of the lotus eaters from Greek mythology. They go there for one thing, and then they're stuck there for all of eternity. It's literally purgatory. Yep. This is why every other grocery store in America isn't just a grocery store. They also have a coffee shop, and a little restaurant, and a florist, and a pharmacy, and a bank where you can cash your check. They're trying to get any excuse to get you to come into their store for a second, because they know once you set foot in there, you're going to be in there for at least an hour and a half trying to figure out what type of product.
What the fuck is the American grocery store experience? What the hell? Whoa! Sounds like an entire day trip. What the fuck?
And if that doesn't convince you that they're trying to trap you in there, checking out in a grocery store today will, okay? The first thing you're gonna notice with your cart full of groceries, there's 30 different lanes. One of them is open and it's the one furthest away from the door. So obviously you're gonna have to spend some time waiting in line because there's only one checkout register open and it moves slower than the DMV in Zootopia.
Yay!
And while you're waiting, you probably couldn't help but notice that there is a mountain of candy on either side of you as they desperately try to make that one last sale.
Told you.
But you avoid
Told you.
temptation, and it is now your turn. You're up next. You are getting checked out at the grocery store. You're almost out of here. And that's when you realize that this has now turned into an interrogation. Okay, they're going to open up by taunting you. They're going to say something along the lines of, did you find everything you were looking for today?
I'm so happy they don't do that here. I don't want. I'm going to the store to get groceries, not to have small talk. I'm not there to make friends. Okay. I'll probably never see you again in my life, lady. Okay. I don't need to talk to you. Please don't talk to me. Please stop talking to me.
They know.
It's a
They
waste
know
of
you
time.
found everything you were looking for because you just stood in line that says I found all the shit I needed. But they're gonna go ahead and rub it in your face because they knew it took you forever to figure out which flavor of ranch that you wanted. And just for the record, when I say they're taunting you, I'm not talking about the cashier themselves. They're just doing their job. They're doing what they were told to do. The CEO of the company, on the other hand, is laughing his ass off at you. I was a cashier at a grocery store for 5 years, and in 5 years, 0 people said they didn't find everything they were looking for. Okay, that entire question is just to fuck with you. But this is a portion where they're gonna start playing hardball. They want to harvest as much information as possible. It's gonna be like, oh, did you have our fucking little super duper saver card where you spend $800 in groceries and we give you like 12 cents?
I have one of those cards. Okay. They're just monitoring all our data. They're monitoring what we're buying, which, okay, whatever, sure, you do you. Wasn't there, wasn't there the ads that literally predicted that a teenage girl had a pregnancy? Before she even knew herself. Oh my god. Ads are diabolical.
Cents off of a gallon of gas, and
That
you're
was
gonna be like,
Target?
no,
Okay.
no, I don't. Oh, did you want one? No, I don't, because I know for a fact that as soon as I give you my name, my email address, my address, and my phone number, you're going to turn around and sell it to a data broker, and then I'm going to have robots calling my phone for the next 10 fucking years, because that's exactly why they asked for that information, so they can turn around and sell it. Because there is a total of 0 gigantic superstores that are giving away shit for free, okay? Nothing is ever free. If it's free, it's because you're the product. And then because you had the audacity to tell them no, they're going to shame more money out of you. They're going to hit you with the old, did you want to round your total up today for...
They don't do that here. They do ask if you have the card sometimes. I think even the people working the cash register are getting tired of asking now. They do sometimes ask that still, but this is never asked.
Puppies with maggots in their eyes? Really?
This is
You're gonna hit me
never.
with that with a full line of people behind
here.
me? For real? Every time we get all the maggots out of a puppy's eyes, we donate it to an orphanage so they have some type of family. Also, by the way, fuck, fine, okay, I'll take the money, whatever, just give me my groceries, I have to go. Okay, so that's your average grocery store, but Aldi's, on the other hand, is a goddamn masterpiece, okay? Can German engineering win a world war? Absolutely not, but holy fuck can it build a grocery store, because immediately upon approaching Aldi's, you're gonna be like, oh, all the carts are outside. That's fine, I'm gonna go grab one. And as you're walking...
Is that not normal? To have carts on the outside to just grab it and put it back? Please tell me Aldi in America also does the chip thing where you put a chip or a coin inside it. No, it's not normal. They're in the lobby and what? America, what are you doing?
Towards the carts, you see the enormous "we're hiring" banner across the front of the store, and it says that they pay all their employees anywhere between $18.50 and $25 an hour starting rate. So now you're already kind of feeling good because, hey, this company takes care of their employees. Then you get to...
Yeah, they do have the coin! Bro, American grocery stores need to adapt to this, and you'd never have an issue with people not returning their cards. Okay, it does still happen here. Like, sometimes you see a wild card. But that happens like once every few months, okay? It happens once every few months that you see a cart on the street, okay? But this is so easy! Just do it!
Such an easy implication. Like, oh shit, you actually have to take a quarter, stick it into this little slot, and unlock it from all the other carts. And at first you're like, oh, that's a really clever idea, because now people are going to put their own carts back so they can keep their quarter. That way they're going to save a bunch of money on labor by not having to have somebody go drag carts in from the parking lot all day long. And that's true, that is part of it. But the other part that you're not thinking about, this is actually an IQ test, you see, because if you're not fucking smart enough to remember to bring a quarter, guess what? You can't really shop here. And that doesn't sound like a big deal, but I'm telling you,
you can just hold things in your hand if you don't need much.
Right now, it's a huge deal, because as soon as you step into Aldi's, you're gonna notice a distinct lack of motherfuckers in the way. Everybody in there is there to get their shit and get out because they have stuff to do. Speaking of which, as soon as you walk into the store, there's no, like, grand opening area where you get to like walk down all the other aisles and like weave in and out and do all this bullshit. You walk in, you're in aisle 1. You have to turn left. There's only one way to go. Now all of the traffic is going the same.
That's the reason why you will see carts scattered around towns and such. Instead of the coins, sometimes the wheels lock up if you leave the store without checking out in order to slow shoplifting and cart thefts.
Yeah, we have that here too. Yeah. That the wheels lock. True.
In aisle 1. You have to turn left. There's only one way to go. Now all of the traffic is going the same fucking direction. It's engineered to perfection. You walk in the door, you go down aisle 1, you go down aisle 2, you go down aisle 3, you go down aisle 4, and then there's checkout because there's only 4 aisles in Aldi's. It's perfect. Aldi's is 1/4 the size of your average grocery store, and it only stocks about 1,600 items, and your average
We have more than 4 aisles here, but it's still so good.
grocery store stocks over 30,000 items. And at first you're like, well, that doesn't sound very good. But no, it's actually perfect because guess what? You need Cheerios? They've got Cheerios, but it's only one type of Cheerios. You don't have people standing in the middle of the aisle, clogging up traffic, taking forever. Grab your Cheerios and keep it moving. Buh! Generic brands never taste as good as a name brand. Buh! I mean, sometimes sure, but like 90% of the time, it's the same exact product made in the same factory.
Yeah. It's literally the same, or like 90% the same product that the brands are just trying to resell as cheaper under a different brand name. It's the same thing.
It just has a different box, and Aldi knows that, and they went out of their way to prove it. And to prove it, they went to the biggest brand snobs on the planet, wine people. You know, the same people that can apparently waft or taste a wine and be able to tell how wet or how dry it was the year.
The pretentious dumbasses,
that those grapes were harvested. Yeah, Aldi enters wine competitions and wins all the time with their $5 bottle of wine. So now it's time to check out. You get to the checkout lane, everything looks completely normal. It's like every other checkout lane in every other grocery store that you've ever been to, except for it's not. This is not your normal cashier. This is like the NASCAR pit crew of cashiers. This is the fastest person at ringing out groceries you've ever met in your entire life. He's gonna get to your—
And this is just the standard here, by the way. All our stores are like that. Like, all our grocery stores anyway. Like, we can't really count, like, tiny, like, kiosks or what. Oh! The rule! Okay, it's the rule. The rule is they're fast here. It's normal. And you pack up your own shit. You don't— I don't get America. I just don't get America. Like, there is the perfect blueprint. Just, like, copy it and do it.
Groceries on the little conveyor belt. He's gonna acknowledge that you exist, like, how's it going? And then you're gonna say good, and then you're gonna look down and all your groceries are already back in your cart. And that's when you're gonna be like, oh shit, what is happening right now? And you're gonna realize that he's not standing up like every other grocery store on the planet. He's sitting—
They're allowed to sit! Everyone's allowed to sit here! Like, this— When I learned that in America, people have to stand at the cash register, I felt so bad for all of them. Imagine having to stand for hours and hours on end like that. With such a boring job, too. Give the people some chairs! What's the point? What the fuck? Ain't nobody gonna stand forever like that. This is not universal? No! They don't get chairs in America! They don't have chairs! Chair breed laziness? Yeah, and standing all fucking day in one spot breeds health issues too! Shut up! Chairs are taxed, loss of money.
Down in a chair, and you're gonna be like, that's kind of cool. And then in the back of your head, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, why did the grocery store that I worked at for 5 years all through high school make me stand up for absolutely no reason? Hi V, give me an answer. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say because sitting down doesn't look professional, okay? Listen to me. That's fucking dumb. Just because you're making money and working doesn't mean you need to be physically uncomfortable for no
100%
fucking
right.
reason, okay? Then you're gonna look—
100% right. There's legitimately no reason. No reason breeds laziness, my ass. Shut up.
Look over at your groceries and you're gonna be like, oh shit, every single box or every single product has like 5 barcodes on it. That way the cashier doesn't have to search around for a barcode. He can just kind of shit whip it across the laser and it's gonna catch it every time. That's how he managed to ring your groceries up at the speed of light. And then the cashier is gonna give you your total.
Production slows down. I have the metrics. Kind of surprising with how fast everyone in Aldi is working compared to every single other store in America. Explain that then.
And it's literally like half of what you were expecting it was going to be, because apparently the front door at Aldi's is a magical portal that takes you into the past where groceries used to be cheap. So then you grab your cart full of groceries, walk off to the side, there's a huge counter with a bunch of boxes. You put your groceries in the boxes, put them in your cart, take that shit out to your car, and you're done. You went through the entire store, you went through every aisle, and got through checkout in literally less than 10 minutes. It's amazing. So yeah, that's Aldi's entire MO. Be fast and be cheap. And it works out amazing. They're the only grocery store in the country that I'm aware of that is just trying to be a grocery store. What do? They sell groceries. They don't have a pharmacist. They don't have a florist. They don't have a bank where you can cash your check. They don't even have a customer.
I just don't get that. Like, all of that shit, like, the only place where you find all of this is either at a train station here or in a mall. Not in one store. What the fuck?
Service counter, and you can't call them. They don't take phone calls from the public. You can go on their website and they straight up tell you, yeah, we don't take phone calls from the public because our employees' time is too valuable because they're busy selling groceries. And a lot of people probably think that that's horrible customer service, and maybe they're right. But what you're not considering is a lot of people don't always want good customer service, okay? Me, personally, I don't want to be.
I just want to be in and out. I don't really care. Like, the cashier can ignore me for all I care. They cannot even say hi. I don't care. Just give me my groceries.
Nick, I don't want to be an individual that needs to be treated special when I'm in the grocery store. I just want to be treated like a number. I want to get through this process as fast as humanly possible so I can get back to doing stuff that I actually care about. And I think a lot of other people feel the exact same way. And I know that because Aldi has been the fastest growing grocery store in the country for years now. And according to the Food Institute, they are ranked the #1 grocery store according to consumers.
Damn.
And you want to know who's #2? Trader Joe's, which is also Aldi. They are at first and second place. They are quite literally just competing with themselves to be #1, and I'm pretty sure it's because they're the only ones that are just trying to be a grocery store. As it turns out, when you only care about doing one thing, you end up being pretty good at it. And I think that's
unless they say asking at the register, I don't want to hear it. Like, okay, Your Majesty, man.
big takeaway from this case study. Aldi's key to success is they figured out the one thing they wanted to do, then they figured out how to do it fast, cheap, and still deliver a good product, and everything else just works out. Meanwhile, all the other grocery stores were too worried about competing with Walmart, and now they're not even really grocery stores anymore. They're just Walmart knockoffs that don't sell video games. So in conclusion, that's how Aldi became the last true grocery store. If you have a company that you want me to talk about next, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm an adult. I made it through this entire video without making a joke about all these nuts.
Right. Right. Fumbled at the end, though. Speaking of grocery stores, gotta run to the store. Alright. See you later. Well, there you have it. Aldi. It was great. I still prefer Lidl. Over Aldi. Aldi. God fucking damn it.